What is up, everyone? If you guys have been following along, you know that the shrimp were here first and they all have names. There's Bluey, there's Wally, there's Lemons, there's the Amano shrimp, there's a whole bunch of them. But my betta fish has been driving them out of the tank where I'm finding them dead on my dresser and on my floor. So we are getting a shrimp cube so that way they stop dying. So that is the point of this entire video. Let's go. Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be setting up a 3-gallon Topfin shrimp implant aquarium. I bought this late at night, so let's put this together. It advertises plantable substrate. It comes with a light, a top, a filtration system, and we are going to see how all of this holds up. As you can see, there are a lot of things included, which made me very skeptical for the price. The price in total came out to $58 and a couple cents here in Massachusetts, including tax. So I was curious how the quality was. I'm going to give you guys a little spin around of what this looks like once you take it out of the initial box. As you can see, there's the top, looks like a big white box, some gravel at the bottom, a fishnet, which is awesome, and a black cover for the back. So I started unpacking this and everything seemed to be great. There was instructions for everything, which is awesome. Always read those. This box did have the light and the filtration system inside, which I will show you. There we go. This is the little pieces that hold the top on, so they kind of just sit over the lip there. This, I believe, is the light that I am pulling out. This is a LED light. It is advertised to be super strong. It said how many watts on the box, but you just plug it in. There are no settings, so you can't control how dim or light or 8 hours or whatever on it. There's no adjustability with that. Next up, I believe the filter is in this box, which comes with the actual filter itself. It came with some media and it came with the filter cartridge, which is really nice. This, I believe, is the plug-in for the filter. I don't know why it was 2 separate pieces, but whatever. I mean, it worked. This is actually a black backsplash for the cube itself, which was just a stick-on. And this is the gravel, which it says rinse with cold water before using. Always very important to rinse gravel like this unless you're using something like Fluval, stratum, or any type of dirt bioactive or clay bioactive. This is the top. It is glass. It has a little bump out in the back of the filter and a spot to feed some fishy food. So I put those together and set those aside. Next, I am going to take this tank out of the bottom packaging and set up the top, which is super easy. You just clip these little things on the sides, which I'm going to show you right now, and then it just sits over the lip of the tank. Just like that. You just pop it right on and it sits perfectly. Very nice, very beautiful. Tippy taps on the top of it. And I'll give you guys a overview of what it looks like. I did put this on backwards. We're not going to talk about it. I flipped it in the next video. This is the LED light that I am now unpackaging. I'm going to set this up. And it seemed to be super nice quality, except when you clip it on the back. Number one, these clips are super hard to get on the glass. They took me forever to figure out. And number two, there's no adjustability with how high or at what angle you can put this light at. Meaning, if it's shining too bright and directly into your tank, you can't adjust it up or out. It comes as it is, take it or leave it. So I didn't like that personally. Here, I'm just going to turn it on and show you guys exactly how bright it is. The power button on the top is actually very sensitive, which I liked. It was super cute to just touch it on and off and on and off. But it's just so bright. Next up is the filter. It came with 2 sponges, which is nice, always to have a backup. The actual filtration thing that goes in the sponge. I don't know what the technical term for that is, but it just goes right in there. And then the filter itself. I turned the light off. I don't know why. There was so much better lighting with it on, just like that. That's why I turned it back on. So that is the sponge, and then the actual filter is right here. And it is teeny tiny. I've never seen a filter this small, but it comes with the cartridge and the media in the back. So I do go ahead and set that up for you guys. This is the media. It tells you to remove it from the bag before putting it into the filter. Very important. Here it is all put together, the media in the back, the cartridge in the middle, and the minimum water line, which is actually pretty low on this tank, which is very nice. So even if you get some evaporation, I will admit evaporation happens with warm water tanks all the time. So it's nice to have that line. That way you can double check and make sure that everything's okay. Here is the front view. It just sits nicely in the back. Honestly, the little cutout for it was perfect. Didn't even notice it was there. So I do go ahead and rinse out the tank just because I want to make sure that there are no dust particles in there, and it just kind of, I don't know why I do it, to be honest, but it helps ease my mind, I guess. I decided it would be more beneficial if I took the water from my 10-gallon, which is already established, and put it into this 3-gallon cube. So that way it would be technically already established as well, since the same levels and water. I love the sound of gravel going into the tank, so here you guys go. This is what it looks like before I go to bed. I'm hoping that the filter will clear out all that cloudiness. I am going to throw some clarity in it, but see ya. So at this point, it is cloudy. There's a lot of oxygen bubbles, which is totally to be expected. Everything seemed to be in working order. The filter seemed to be doing okay, which is why I left it overnight to see how it would clear in about 8 hours. So the clip you just saw is before I went to bed, because I was setting this up at like 9 o'clock at night. So that clip is before, and then at the end of the video, you will see a clip of what it looked like when I woke up in the morning, which compared to my 10-gallon that I have, the planted 10-gallon aquarium, the 3-gallon should have totally been cleared by then, and it should have been not as cloudy and murky. It should have been okay. This one here is a baby shrimp of what I think was Wally's kid, but I'm so happy we got to see him. This clip is when I woke up this morning. It is very cloudy. It doesn't look like it in the video right here, but it is super cloudy and murky and just not great compared to my 10-gallon. So let's discuss the Topfin 3-gallon shrimp cube as it was advertised. The tank itself was good. It had no cracks. There was nothing wrong with it. It was the light in the filter that I had a problem with. The substrate was actually awesome. It looks very pretty in the tank. It seems to be bioactive as it's described by Topfin. But the light was way too strong, way too bright, which will burn planted aquariums. It will burn Java fern or Anubias, things like that. And your shrimp or fish that you decide to put in this cube will probably not like how bright it was. It was awful. On top of that, the filter was so small, which is great for shrimp and other small fish, but it wasn't strong enough to push water through it. So basically what would happen is it would suck it up into where the media and filter was, and then it would get stuck and go over the top or through the filter, but wouldn't be strong enough to actually push it out, meaning it wasn't filtrating at a high enough speed to be actually filtrating a tank like this. So there was a lot of cloudiness, there was a lot of things getting built up. It just wasn't great. So I needed something more high quality, which is why I decided to get rid of that tank, because as it was advertised wasn't how it was going, and I just didn't like that. So let's give it a rating. I'm going to go with out of 10. Okay, so we're going to break this down. The tank itself came out to $58 with tax included for here in Massachusetts. Now, that included the substrate, the tank, the filter, the top, and the light. It did not include a heater, so if you plan on putting shrimp in this or warm water small fish, you're going to need to purchase a heater separately. With that, you could go out and get a different tank, you could get a light, you could get a better filtration system and substrate, probably for around $10 to $20 more, so probably around $75, maybe $80, and you could have a way better setup. It really depends. If you plan on not having awesome filtration and you don't mind waiting the time for your tank to fully filter like that, I guess it would have been okay. The light, you would have had to totally purchase a different one, which can go from $15 all the way up to like $40. So it really ranges on what you want and what you're looking for. personally, I would probably put this at a 5 out of 10. The tank was great, substrate was cool, the top came with it, but just the actual appliances of the tank was just not great. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10, and those are my reasons why.